So we welcome you to Better Call Chris, Crypto and more. Just gonna get onto the website. I'm just trying to work this out now. Bear with me. Some reason it's not working. Settings. There we go. Windows. There we go. Sorted. So welcome to Better Call Chris, Crypto and more. And in today's video, we're going to be starting off with the market cap, what's going on with crypto, and then we're going to be showing you some videos on what's going on, some in the news in the crypto. We've got some good news about FTX. Well, not good news. It's just that he's showing that he's a liar, and there's some body language that I did a short this today, but in the live we're going to show you the whole video. And there's a video about how bullish Nigel Farage is with a cryptocurrency. Can't pronounce his surname, but he's bullish in is bullish. So let's go into first things first and seeing on the market cap of Bitcoin and the whole of crypto. So we are down 1.7, looking kind of sad. In the cryptocurrency today, it's at 877 billion in the cryptocurrency today. Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's down, we've got BNB down, and we've got XRP. But XRP, I think, just before the 15th of December, I reckon we're going to see XRP getting FOMO'd in, because a lot of people are thinking about the 15th of December being that's going to be the end of the court case. But sadly, I don't think we're going to have the end of the court case this year. I reckon it'd be like springtime of next year. But I think we're going to have a little bit of a bull run, probably the 13th, 14th. Well, tomorrow, the 14th of December. 15th, we'll probably have a nice little bull run, and then it might drop if we don't hear anything. I think this week as well, we've got the court case with Sam. I'm going to share with you a video clip with Sam, the fraudster, Sam the Conner. So we're going to have a little look at that video, and I'm going to be looking up another video, and we're going to see some price predictions as well in this video. So hey, how you doing? You alright? Just saw your message, Four-Ball World. How you doing? You alright? Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Just saying, we're just looking at the market cap now for crypto, and I'm going to share some videos as well with Sam about the FTX. If you've been living under a rock, a lot of people know about FTX, how Sam has conned loads of people with their money. So it's sad times for FTX. So we're going to share this video, but I'm going to be showing you like the body language of Sam as well, how we can tell that he's lying. Football world, do you buy crypto? Are you involved in crypto? How is your day? How's your day been? Hope you're having a good day. So we're going to look up the Bitcoin now. I think he's gone. But thanks for joining for that time. So we got 16k for crypto. I'm hoping you can hear me. Yeah. Yep. So just I'm gonna put my mic up a little bit louder so I can maybe hear myself a little bit better, and then put that a bit louder as well so you can hear what's going on. So I just wanted to say thanks for joining, everybody. If you're coming in late, if you're watching it on repeat, thanks for watching it on repeat. So let's get stuck in the video. So we've got Bitcoin on 16. It's looking low. It's looking bearish as well at the moment for the 30 days for the year 65, but not as bearish as we thought it was going to be, because we're thinking that Bitcoin could have gone down like 80%, 85% down, but it's looking all right from there. Let's go on to the market. Let's go look up on the market on the trading view. So we've got trading view, and we're looking at the 30 minutes. And let's have a look at the 15 minutes charts, because I like to look at the 15 minutes charts. The selling and the buying, it's looking kind of grim, in it. Like, yeah, we've got it's not looking good. Let me just have a look at the RSIs. RSIs. This is what I look at when I'm trading. Um, all I need is one. If it goes like now, if it's gone past this line here, you see, that means it's oversold. So people are going to be buying the crypto now. That's when people are going to be buying. And when it goes past this line here, as you can see here, people have overbought. So if they're bought, it's going to go high, and then people are going to sell there for the profit. So you want to be looking at the oversold and overbought. Those are the type of things when you're looking at the charts. That's what you want to be looking at. So that's what you need to be looking at right now. And it's looking okay for Bitcoin at the moment. Let's have a look at for the hour. Look at that. Oversold here, so it's people are buying. So hopefully we're going to be seeing it going up. And look, as we see that yellow line here, it's crossed over, but it's on the upside. As we see, it crosses on the downside, it's going to go down. If it crosses up on the upside, it means it's going to go up. So that's what you want to be looking at as well in the charts when it comes to the cryptocurrency when trading. If you're day trading, week trading, hodling, we've got the Ethereum. It's looking again the charts with Ethereum. Let's have a look at the charts for Ethereum, and what we see here in the charts. Let's have a look. Let's go on to the trading. Look at that nice little pump there in the hour. If you bought it in the hour, if you bought round here about 10 o'clock, then on the 8th, you're laughing. You're laughing. And I'll be probably sold. Let's have a look at the RSIs. RSIs aren't saved on here, so let me go on to RSIs before I say anything. RSIs. Save that. Ugh, done it twice. So look what we see. See, oversold, overbought. Sorry, it went down. It's oversold here. See that went down, but now we're reaching it to like an over. Hopefully going up on the upside as it's crossing over, and it's crossing over and it's going up like that. So if it crosses over and it goes up, more likely it's going to go up. If it crosses over and it goes down, more likely it's going to go down. That's one of the things that you need to be looking at when trading in the cryptocurrency. And I just want to say again a big thank you for people that are watching. Comment below and tell me your thoughts if you're watching it on live or just on repeat. Like today, I'm doing 7:30 till 8:30 Greek separate time, and then just seeing what's the best times to do the live streams. Because I'm thinking maybe a little bit later tomorrow. I'm going to try 8:30 till 9:30, and then try 9:30 till 10:30, and then so on and so on. Because I had a little look and see different times what are good. I've been writing them down and for posting as well. So I'll be posting every day. I'll be posting a normal video, then I'll be posting the short, and then I'll be posting a live. So those are the three things that I will be doing now every day. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, that'd be perfect. That will help out. That's a big help. And if you can like, follow, and all that jazz. Perfect time for me to say, not financial advice, only entertainment only, and educational purposes. So here we go. So let's go back to the video. So let's have a look at 15 minutes, how it's looking on the 15 minutes. Overbought here, and then it oversold here. You see, and it went down. And it overbought, and then on the, as you can see, it's crossing over, but it's crossing over on the downside in the 15 minutes. So it could go down like in the next like 15 minutes. But we've got two greens here. So the greens are winning, the buying is winning, and you can see the buying is selling, it's winning, the buying is winning at the moment. So that is really good. But that's the end of that part of the video. I wanted to show you this news with Sam Backman fraud. I call him fraud because he's the fraudster. I also call him Sam the Scam. Sam the Scam because he scammed everybody. So this is Sam here, and it's on BBC, and we're going to watch this together. I did a short today on this, but we might as well watch the whole interview because it's very interesting.
Were you incompetent or were you fraudulent?
I didn't knowingly commit fraud. I don't think I committed fraud. I didn't want any of this to happen. I was certainly not nearly as competent as I thought I was.
You're certain that it's once the dust has settled and once all the investigations have happened, that you won't be arrested for fraud?
I don't think I will be. I don't think that I don't think I tried to do anything wrong. I obviously did the wrong things. Like, you don't get where we got if the right things happened. And as
So his words here, you don't get where you got when doing that. You don't get where you are for doing this stuff. Like, he made his money by fraud. There's all, like, if you think about billionaires and millionaires, there's all, they got their hands dirty somehow. They've got their hands dirty to get that money. And this is Sam. This is the video that he's done. I'm going to show you by body language in this video how we can tell that he's lying. And hello to the people that have joined. If I've don't say hello straight away to you, if you write your comments, sorry about that.
CEO, I had a responsibility to make sure the right things happen, and they didn't. But that was not what I was intending.
We've spoken to one of your, a senior FTX employee. He worked with you occasionally here and on Nassau. He's furious with you. He says you're lying. He says that you knew about the money flows and that it's impossible, he says, for you not to have known that FTX's customer funds were being used on these big risky bets for Alameda Research. You are 100% aware of this, and this is all, in his words, a bold-faced lie and a cover-up. Is that true?
No. No, it's not.
You see there, he went no, but he nodded yes. Unconsciously, he admitted that he's lying by saying no, but nodding yes. So, you see that by body language. Let's go press play.
That doesn't change the fact, though, that it was a really bad mistake and that it hurt a lot of people. And like that's on me one way or another. But I didn't think this was going to happen. I never wanted anything like this to happen. I was surprised when it did. I'm not lying, and I think all I have left right now is to just tell my truth and let the cards fall as they may.
You've said that you didn't really have a grasp of the money flowing in and out of Alameda Research, in spite of obviously it being your company. And also you didn't really know what was going on with FTX in terms of the money being spent there. What were you doing this whole time?
It's a good question. I wasn't at...
What was he doing? He was counting his money. That's what he was doing. He was putting all the Bitcoin and all the crypto that he was buying on FTX. He was putting in his hard wallet. He was and he's run off to Bahamas. That's what he was doing.
Running Alameda. I hadn't been for years. I was running FTX.
But not very well.
He was running FTX. Like I said, not very well.
There are a lot of parts to FTX. I ran some of them well, but some isn't enough.
Did you think you were a good businessman?
Yeah.
But in an arrogant way?
I think over the last year or so, I think I got a fair bit more careless, and part of me was aware of that fact and didn't know what to do about it. At the end of the day, like, I had a responsibility to FTX's customers. As CEO of FTX, I had the largest responsibility.
You've said now that you've lost your billions and that you're down to your, I think you said, my last 100K in one bank account. Is that true?
The math isn't looking great on like a year-long, 6-month-long time scale, but
you're from a wealthy family. You're going to be okay, right?
In what respect?
You're not going to be on the street or anything like that, are you?
I mean, I don't know. Like, legal fees can get quite expensive.
If you believe that, you're gullible.
Do you have any Bitcoin wallets personally that you might have hodled over the years?
I'm not hiding any assets here. Anything I have, I've disclosed to people, and I don't even have access to most of my own personal data right now. I'm currently trying to figure out how to log into my bank account.
You've done a lot of damage to people's lives. People have lost money that they're probably not going to get back. But a lot of people have also lost faith in the crypto industry, in the crypto world. Do you think you might have killed crypto?
I hope not. I don't think so. I think it's more resilient than that. And I think if I killed crypto, then that means crypto wasn't what we all thought it was.
He tried to destroy crypto. I'm looking forward to when he has the court case and see what's going on there. If it's live streamed, I will be doing a live stream on the court case if it's showing anywhere.
Was because it's meant to be resilient.
Do you think you'll ever be able to run a business again in cryptocurrency?
I don't know. And I think if I were to be, involved in one, I would want to have a really high standard of transparency. I think at the very least I have a duty to FTX's users to do right by them as best as I can.
You mean somehow make money and pay them back?
I would give anything to be able to do that, and I'm gonna try if I can.
So you want to get this clear, and you want to start some sort of new venture that you can make lots of money to pay back FTX customers.
If I could do that, that would be great. And I don't know what the future will hold, but I'm going to be trying to think of ways, if I ever can, to do that.
Yeah. So if he does it again, I wouldn't go with him. Don't give your money to him again. So this is interesting. This is what I found here. We won't watch it all. We watch a bit of it, but it's really good. Let's have a look at this.
Our two guests today are not connected to capital.com, and any views that they may express are personal to them and do not represent capital.com, nor should they be taken as advice. First off, we're giving both guests 90 seconds to make their case on whether a global recession is unavoidable in 2023. Nigel, over to you first.
Oh, I think things will get worse. Yes, I do. I mean, I'm bearish for 2023. I'm not mega bearish. I'm not predicting catastrophe, but I've always believed that inflation was a disease of money caused by government. I thought we'd learned all this back in the 80s and 90s, but hey, the next generation always has to relearn what the previous one has. So inflation will stick with us, even if we get some slightly easier gas prices, oil prices by the spring of next year. But inflation, that disease, is here to stay. Interest rates will stay relatively high, relatively compared to the last 15, 20 years. I don't expect big spikes in interest rates, but they're going to pretty much stay, I think, where they are. And the cost of living crisis, consumer confidence, is going to be dented for some very considerable period of time. Now, despite all these things, normal life does go on. Business still operates, people still buy things, people still eat, people still go out for a drink or whatever it is. But I feel bearish. I think stock markets could be very difficult, certainly for the first 6-9 months of 2023. It'll be interesting to see on the currency markets what happens. We've had quite a sharp appreciation of US interest rates, which has ramped up the dollar and kind of given a bit more inflation to all the rest of us. And, I also think the one that I've been surprised by is gold. Gold has, in an inflationary environment, very much underperformed the expectations of many of us. I think much of that hot money was going into crypto, perhaps not so much right at this moment in time. And I guess there must have been some central bank selling, maybe from Russia or the Ukrainians or perhaps both? So yes, we are going to be in a recession. Consumer confidence is going to be low. Stock markets, other investments are going to be very difficult. I'm bearish, but not predicting a crash.
Peter, over to you now. You've heard there from Nigel, high inflation, high interest rates, and cost of living crisis being the key themes for next year. What is your view on what's to come?
I think I'm more bearish than Nigel is. I expect inflation to become an even bigger problem. You know, for years, central banks, the Federal Reserve and the ECB, their goal was to create inflation. They were trying to tell us that the problem was that we didn't have enough inflation and they were going to solve that problem. Well, the problem we have now is unsolvable because we never had too little inflation, but now we have much too much. And, you know, for years, a lot of the inflation that the central banks were creating under the guise of quantitative easing, which is just a euphemism for inflation, a lot of that money was bidding up asset prices, stock prices, real estate prices, even cryptocurrency prices were going up as a result of all that inflation. But now the inflation has moved into consumer goods, which is where it always ends up. And in fact, it's been there for a while, but the government's methodology for measuring consumer prices have been deliberately designed to minimize the impact that inflation has on prices. But now prices are rising so fast that even the government's rigged indexes can't hide it anymore. So we're going to continue to see consumer prices rising. Interest rates, I think, are going to continue to rise, particularly on the long end, because interest rates are still too low. Just about every country has an interest rate that is still lower than the inflation rate. That means interest rates are negative in real terms. Despite the fact that the nominal rates have come up, you still have negative real rates, and that is an inflationary monetary policy. As long as you can borrow for lower than the rate of inflation, people will keep on borrowing and keep on spending or buying assets, and that keeps on bidding up prices. What central banks really need to do, if they're serious about bringing down inflation, is they have to allow interest rates to rise above the inflation rate by a considerable amount. They need to really slow borrowing and spending, and particularly they have to rein in spending by government.
Well, I mean, I completely get the logic of what Peter is saying, that governments have excessively borrowed, governments have excessively created money. And ever since 2008, we've been convincing ourselves, no, it's fine. It won't lead to inflation. And in fact, it led to asset price push, which has now fed in the end to consumables.
Skip it onto
Twitter.
Twitter.
I love Musk in a way. He's a huge buccaneering hero. He's promised in the course of the next few weeks to release the algorithm that shadow ban people like me. I can't wait to see all of that. My Twitter numbers are now going through the roof again after 2 years of decline. And look, you know, he calls himself a free speech absolutist, but he's not stupid. He understands there are limits to free speech, as any intelligent human being does. But let's be clear, I'd love to get Peter's view on this, but the price he's paid for Twitter is just lunacy. I mean, it's one of the worst corporate deals I've ever seen in my lifetime. And when you've got 7,500 staff, and you basically tell the world they're a bunch of lazy lefties that spend all day at home, look, I really want Musk to succeed. I genuinely do. I just wonder whether he can keep the company together. He is letting back on a huge number of subscribers. He's charging a few dollars a month for the blue tick. He will try to diversify the income stream away from corporate advertising. You know, he might make this work, but I think in terms of share price, I don't want to be long a Twitter, even where it is right now.
Peter, before we move on, very quickly over to you. What is your view on Twitter in 2023?
Well, you know, when there were first rumors about Musk buying it, I didn't think he would actually do it because I knew the stock was so overpriced that if he really wanted Twitter, he should have just waited it out and he could have bought it a lot lower. But remember, he sold a lot of Tesla stock for more than double the current price in order to raise the money. So, I mean, what's the difference? Had he held on to the Tesla stock, he'd have lost the money that way. Now, I know he paid a lot of taxes when he actually realized some of those Tesla gains, but given the source of the funds, it's not that big a loss for Musk. And I'm sure he's having a lot of fun doing it. You know, when you're as rich as Elon Musk is, sometimes you don't do things necessarily because it's financially worth it. He, at this point, I think he just does what he wants. And if it costs him a few $1 billion, you know, I feel sorry for some of the people that invested alongside him in this venture. But I prefer to be a part of Twitter now that Elon Musk owns it.
The death of crypto.
You're either a lover or a hater. You are a stern supporter of crypto and you believe that they are the future, or you're a wild skeptic that will never go anywhere near it. And I think it's a very polarizing debate. And I think throughout 2020 and 2021, everyone thought that crypto was the future. It was unstoppable. It was going to new levels. But of course, in recent times, we've seen the demise of crypto. We've seen FTX as well, and all the scandal that has created. Will crypto make a comeback in the new year? Peter, we'll stick with you on this one first.
Well, first of all, not everybody thought crypto was the future, at least not the current iterations of it. These fiat tokens like Bitcoin that are just conjured into existence and have no real value other than, you know, something that you could trade and gamble on. But eventually you run out of fools. It's always been based on the greater fool premise. And I guess there were a lot of fools, so that enriched the fools that got in earlier. Maybe they were smart enough to recognize how many fools there were. I wasn't. I passed on Bitcoin when I first heard about it because I knew it wouldn't work. I just underestimated the number of people who couldn't figure that out and who would buy it. But I think just like the NASDAQ, crypto insanity peaked in 2021. It was the most speculative part of that, you know, investment landscape. And we had, you know, the NFT craze as well, and all these pump and dump schemes. You had El Salvador get in there. You had Michael Saylor. You had Anthony Scaramucci at Skybridge. You know, some of these institutions bought into it and started buying into the top. You got all kinds of leverage, and that bubble has popped. There's still a lot of air that's going to come out of it. So I think what you're going to see is a big break in all of crypto, not just Bitcoin. There's more things that are going to blow up. FTX was not the last shoe to drop. It's a centipede. There's a lot more coming. There's more scandals, more losses. You know, unfortunately, what this is going to usher in is a whole new wave of government regulation. And that's the last thing we need, is more government. I mean, government is really the reason for this bubble, because it was the Federal Reserve that created the environment that allowed it to develop. But you know, more of the SEC, you know, I talked about that on my podcast. The New York Stock Exchange started in 1792, and we didn't get the SEC until 1934. It was a mistake. It came in as part of the New Deal. You know, whenever the government creates a problem, the solution is always more government. America was better off without the SEC. We were better off without the Fed. But unfortunately, now we're going to get even more regulation because of this. This is going to make the U.S. economy less competitive, and it's going to undermine investment returns for everybody.
Okay, so I take it that's a no for the future of crypto in 2023. Nigel, over to you. Do you think we'll see the death of crypto next year?
Look, an unregulated market, some real stupidities out there. We're in the crypto winter. There'll be other bankruptcies. I have little doubt about that. There's no clearinghouse, of course, to back up.
So we just heard the bear speaking, now it's the bull speaking now. Bullish.
Up any of these independent providers. There's no proper exchange as such. However, I think there are an ever-growing number of people in the Western world loathing the huge advance of government in the rapacious advancement of government intervention in our lives. The attempt to eradicate cash. I mean, it's happening. It is happening. Harder and harder now to pay for things with cash. Harder and harder to get cash out of the bank. Go into the bank and try and pay some cash over the counter, and you're treated as if you're a drugs lord or a money launderer. And I think a genuine fear of central bank digital currencies. And this is not a conspiracy theory. Up to 100 governments in the world have done test ideas on running CBDCs. And in the light of that, the biggest attraction of crypto, depending which one it is, but the biggest attraction of crypto as a whole is it's the one way you can insulate yourself away from government, and the only way they can actually stop you is by totally taking control of the internet in a way that perhaps communist China or Iran may do. Are we in a crypto winter? Yes. Are the crises going to get worse? Yes. Is it going to disappear as an investment vehicle? No, I don't believe it is.
Okay, and just yes or no answer from both of you. Are we going to see a crypto rally next year? Nigel, yes or no?
By the end of the year, crypto will be higher than it is now.
Okay, Peter, yes or no, crypto rally?
I think there will be rallies and there will be declines. I think it's going to be lower lows and lower highs. I think a year from now, Bitcoin and just about every other token will be quite a bit lower than they are right now. But I don't think that crypto is going away. I think the future of crypto is gold. I think that the world is going to be looking for a alternative to fiat money, especially as the inflation rates accelerate. And the real beauty of blockchain and the internet is that it makes it so much more efficient to use gold, not only as a store of value, but as a medium of exchange and as a unit of account. And I just got back from Dubai, and there are a lot of companies coming out with projects with gold-backed crypto, where you have all the benefits of Bitcoin, where you have the divisibility, the portability, the fungibility, where people can opt out of a fiat system and adopt a gold standard, but not have to lug around bars of gold. You can keep your gold on your cell phone, and I can buy a car with my gold, or I can buy a cup of coffee or a pack of chewing gum. It doesn't matter, because you could break your gold up into little tiny increments, and you can instantaneously and very low cost transact. It's way cheaper than cryptocurrencies. It's a lot cheaper than a Visa or MasterCard or any of these other payment rails. So there is a future for blockchain and crypto, but unfortunately, it's not going to involve Bitcoin.
And it's going to involve XRP. It's XRP. It's got to be XRP.
Nigel, you were saying in the introduction that you kind of felt that the performance of gold this year has been slightly underwhelming. A lot of people thought that gold was a good inflation hedge, maybe because they're thinking back to the 1970s, when in fact back then it was. But it hasn't performed in the way that many people were expecting this year. It's a non-yielding asset. But I do think, looking at 2023, potentially if we get a global recession and we see markets and economies more concerned about global.
That's all I wanted to show. If you want to watch the full interview, you can. It's on this capital.com. You could have a look at that. But I just wanted to show you that for the live stream today. But at the end of this live stream, coming to the end of it, again, if you haven't watched it live, you probably watch it on demand. And I think tomorrow I'm going to try and do live stream at 8:30 to 9:30, because again it's been quiet. I think 8:30 is a better time, I reckon, because of time differences in the UK and around the world. People might still be working and stuff like that. I reckon 8:30 to 9:30. I reckon that will be the latest. So I'll do it 9:30 to 10:30 maybe as well. I'll try 9:30 to 10:30. I'll probably try that on Wednesday. Probably do like a late one, like a 10 o'clock, to see if it's any good. But top tradings now, trending at the moment. We've got these, the gains. I'll show you what's gaining now. Gain. Doge is on the loss. We've got. Let's look on the gains. If anything interesting on the gains. Really, it's just like not really that good, to be fair. The gains, nothing really like that's Bitcoin's loss. See, like even they're in the gains, but they're losing, so like it's not that good. But I'm gonna do some like price predictions of like how much things could be, and we're gonna go with just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP today. So price predictions for Bitcoin for the year. In a month, it go to 19, then it go to 3 months, then it go back down to 10, and it go back up to 19. That's what they think by the analytics. People are bearish, as we know. People in by 23, 24, 25 think we see 50, 88, 200, and 54 by 25. By 24, 114, 38. So it's like it's changing each time. By Ethereum, let's have a look at Ethereum. Let's see what people are saying with Ethereum. Let's go here. 1, 4, 3. So you double your money by the 11th of December of next year. If you bought today, you'll near enough double your money by the year's time, by the analytics and stuff. By 24, they say 4, 8. I do agree. We're going to see like a 10k. I do. Ethereum by 25. By 25, we're going to see like a 10k Ethereum. I do believe that. And let's go on to XRP. And tomorrow we do another 4 coins. We do Polygon Doge and stuff like that. But let's go with XRP. XRP. XRP, we've got 39, 41, 46, 77, and 199. Yesterday, it said about 150, so it's going up in the year. So this is done by the analytics of what is now. Like it's not, it's only doing the analytics of what is now, what we're seeing now, how the cycle is working at the moment. But so in a bull run, this can change. This could like go double, triple. So like or like 10x. Like it could just 10x. So we don't. This is just analytics, like telling the weather. Like a weatherman says, it's going to snow tomorrow, and sometimes it doesn't. Still bearish. We're in a bearish market. We got 80, 140, £4. Someone even said on 25. I do believe that we're going to see it going higher. I do believe it will be going higher. This will be the near the end of my channel on my live stream. This will be the time for me to say subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Watch some of my shorts. Watch some of my live my videos that I've done. This is the one that I've done today. About a big boy that he had like they tried to kill Big Boy. They tried to kill Big Boy. Ben. It like watch this. If you haven't watched it, you have to watch it. It's like disturbing of like what they did to him. So we go to there. Got the bottoms. Got some of these. Some of my videos. Some more live streams that I've done. This is if you want to join my membership as well. You can do that. But if you want to if you haven't got an account, a crypto account, click here, and then you can open up your own account. If you want to open up a bank that accepts crypto, and you can pay with crypto as well, click there, and you can open up one of these. It's like a crypto bank as well. The business account doesn't work with that, and again, go on to my subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and all that jazz. So just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon, and goodbye.